All right, so what happens when you start having sex with a guy? He can think straight. You can no longer see clear. Your judgment is immediately clouded. Yes, the minute you start getting close to a man, there's hormones that start coming into play. This is the pair bonding mechanism. You start getting a dopamine hit every time you think about him, every time you see him. You start to get oxytocin, vasopressin. Your body thinks he is your husband. This is designed, by life, so that you don't abandon or drop the father of your offspring. Okay? Let me start with a little story here. There's this influencer that I was looking at that I've been following, one of those really beautiful women. She got pregnant just very recently with a guy that she's been seeing, with a guy that she's been fucking, right? Having sex with, for the last few months. She got pregnant and she was asked, oh, was this baby planned? And she was saying, the minute we met, we were husband and wife. He's my husband. We may not be married, but he's my husband. And she's saying the order of all the events doesn't affect the final results. Like, it doesn't matter. In the end, we're everything. So she's saying first comes baby, then comes maybe some dating, maybe then comes getting to know each other, maybe there comes a wedding, maybe there comes thinking. And she's genuinely believing and saying that this order doesn't matter. We're going to break it down. So let me just give you another quick story before we move on into the mechanics. There was a woman in the forums, in the pregnancy forums. She was complaining about her boyfriend, the father of her child, how he became a monster after the baby was born. And she was, talking to him. And the guy said, I never asked for this. I never wanted this. Like, she never wanted the baby. He never wanted a life with her. And the women in the comments, they jumped and said, oh, the minute a guy puts his dick inside a woman, he's taking full responsibility in the event of a child. What? What? I need you to understand that even if you live in a civilized world, you're living in a world of animals. Let me say that again, animals. Humans are an animal, okay? Why do you think the urge to mate is so strong that a woman will not be able to think after any of this? Because the instinct is so strong. So whenever all the train wrecks happen and women get involved with these horrible situations, it's not because they're stupid. It's not because of any of that. You're under the influence of hormones where it becomes a design, a biochemical design that you don't want to leave the man, that you don't want to leave the father of your offspring. Okay? So every nasty thing, every red flag, you're going to defend it. Right? Like, for example, the woman who was saying that her boyfriend that is using her to pay half of his bills, he'll come around. And then maybe after 10 years, she's going to wake up to realize that there's no convincing of men when they don't want to marry you, when they don't see you like that. You know that saying of if he wanted to, he wanted to, he would have, right? And this is extremely true, right? It sounds harsh, but this is the thing, that men, they don't need to get convinced. They already know. The minute they know you, they see you, they know if they see you as the wife type for him or not. But please don't take it personal, because not everybody knows what a diamond is. Not everybody likes diamonds. Maybe some like brass, maybe some like zirconia, maybe some like rubies. Some people like sapphires. Like, this is totally fine. If he's not that into you, that's completely fine. It's nothing personal. Not everybody likes a diamond, okay? So this is why before you get involved with someone, you need to know if he sees you like that. Because you don't want to wake up one day. You don't want to wake up one day and be like, oh, he doesn't see me like that. Once you have a child, once everything's, transpired. Right? You don't want to wake up one day, 10 years later, being like, yeah, no, he's not that into me. He's not that into you, right? So first comes the vetting. First comes the selecting, then comes the vetting, then comes we get to know each other, we get to know several people, and then if he wants to be exclusive with you, he can give you an engagement ring, and you guys can plan when you guys can get married, right? Because do you want to wake up with that child and years lost and be like, oh, fuck, the guy's not really into me and my child. He's not into us, right? So before you get into a hormonal state, before your body believes that he's your husband, he's not your husband. Unless there is a ring, unless there's legal binding, unless he gave you half of his assets, in his right mind, right? If he didn't give you any of that, he is not your husband. He's not any of those things, okay? He's a guy that you're fucking, and then things will go awry, okay? Yeah, occasionally it's not a nightmare, occasionally, but do you want to be the exception? You want to like bet with your life that you'll be the exception? So in Venus Incarnate, that is exactly what we do, okay? It is a program designed to protect your life, right? We don't do boyfriends in Venus Incarnate. We do courtship for marriage so that you learn the art of discernment, the skill of selection, right? So that you only date men who are crazy about you and who see you as a woman they want to marry you, right? So that after 3 months of getting to know, different people, if they don't see you as the wife type, you can move on and you never got attached to them, right? But very quickly, you'll meet not only one, but like more than one high quality, healthy masculine man that will want to marry you, right? And protect you and provide for you and your unborn child and all of that, right? So it's a program designed to protect your life, your fertility years, literally your health, because you're not going to be getting, sexual issues from men or unwanted children, any of that, right? This is literally made for the woman who really values her time, her life, to protect you from all of that garbage out there, right? Yeah, literally, right? So if you're done putting your life on the line like that, your fertility years, Venus Incarnate will teach you the art of discernment, the skill of selection, so that you never date any of these men that didn't want any of that with you. And you want only men who want everything and to be all in with you for life. Then, I followed this methodology. I got an engagement ring in 3.5 months. My clients get it in an average of 3 months, right? This is completely the norm, right? Because it gets rid of all the time wasting. So please, I hope this video helps you see men in a different light and how dangerous it is to get exclusive with them, give them that big, gift of exclusivity that is only meant to be for a fiance, for a husband, right? Because the consequences are dire, right? Your body literally believes that he's your husband when he's not. He's some man you're fucking, right? So, yeah. Let me know in the comments if you've been there before. And I'll see you on the next, because men, they see very clearly once they got into you.